Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 86th episode of Uchuu Kyoudai, or Space Brothers. And last episode we finally finished off our Nemo Aquarius training, and our team did pretty well. And particularly they seem to be impressed with Muta, with kind of his final idea that he did, although I think we were being pretty vague on what specifically he did, but maybe we'll talk more about that this episode. Either way, hopefully they have good news for Muta. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So let's see if that's the case and what they had to say on the subject. So 3, 2, 1, play. Finally holding hands. Muta does not know the truth. Does anyone really know the truth? Everyone only knows their own truth. It's crazy how many people we've met along the way in this journey. I can't possibly remember all their names, but they're all important. And here we go. For tomorrow. Ashita no tameni. What's so important about tomorrow? Oh, we left Aquarius. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. That's what she said. Of course, that joke worked even better, you know, from with the original Japanese statement rather than the translation. Oof. Gonna miss this place a little bit. The moon definitely is not an easy place to live on. There's also no fishies to swim around and keep you company. Okay, so this is back when he was doing the idea. Okay, now I get it. Now I think I get it. So probably something to do with solar energy, maybe? It has something to do with light, obviously. Yeah, we heard that last time. They seem confused. Maybe we should elaborate. You know, for their sake. Yes, please respond. Solar mirror system. Yeah, using mirrors and stuff to collect light. I suppose. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm sure Muta does. Yeah, that makes sense. So we use mirrors. Make 3 large mirrors, okay. Even a mirror ball. Such a brilliant idea, Muta. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, as you would expect. I know, right? Yes. You want to be gloomy like him, you know, you need that sunlight. It's a good idea. You know, can't really argue against that, can you? Nobody seemed to be able to, at least. Just gotta get to work on it. And it's good that we found a use for those after all. Muta's always thinking. He's a smart man. People underestimate him, but he's impressive. Yeah, I gotta make sure the measurements are all right. That's a big part of engineering, I believe. Everything's gotta fit properly and move the way it's supposed to. No room for guessing measurements. And here we go, the light. I bring you light, base. I hope you appreciate it. I knew we could do it. The sun is a pretty good light source at the end of the day, so why not use it? Just don't stare at the sun too long. It'll definitely hurt your eyes. Possibly blind you. But it's good to be out in it once again. Be able to breathe real air. Yes, you gotta think internal, because that's where astronauts hang out the most. This really did a good job of letting them experience what it would be like to be on the moon base. So you could kind of get a feel for what you would need, what you think about, what would be important. It was a great idea to do this. So the other team's important enough to talk about? Anything else to say? Surely nobody has any complaints about that mirror idea, right? Upside down. Yeah, like they had a working prototype, so clearly it would work. To an extent. Back in the plane. You were secretly hoping for mirrors. Don't hit the camera! The thing was going right towards me. Didn't we already see this scene? Don't tell me you're replaying footage on me. And there's a moon, the target we're aiming for. And yeah, it's still in Florida. The part of America that just kind of sticks out into the ocean. It's good to know. Not sure he cares, but it's good to know. I'm sure they made something cool as well. You were still a part of it. Looked like a very uncomfortable chair. I like how the fish made sure to get some of the screen time. What's what the kids call it? Photobomb? But yes, we won. Ours was way better. The other teams sucked compared to us. Yes, that's about what we expected of your team. No, not to brag or anything, but ours was pretty amazing. Like, the best, you could say. Yes, you don't want to compare yourself to our magnificent work. Because we just completely owned that entire trial. 7 outside for some fresh air. And stretching. Oh, Kenji, you're out here too. Yo. Has Muti even noticed Kenji? Has Kenji noticed Muta? It'd be hard not to notice him. He was moving around quite a bit. Even making some noises. But so far we haven't said anything to each other. Because yeah, they both are still aiming for the moon, so that still hasn't changed. We might be feeling good right now, but that's still a subject of concern. I don't think they said who won, right? Like between the two of them, who would be chosen? Mentaiko, bro. Yeah, just gotta make more kanji shirts. Because who else would wear them but him? Although Japanese people wear shirts with random English on them, so, you know, you can't really complain about him doing it. He even eats ramen, just this friggin' weeb. The irony, of course, is that he is speaking Japanese. Besides, if you do want to learn Japanese, just do it. Nothing's stopping you. It'd be kind of nice to actually read these fancy symbols that you draw on shirts. Just Japan Culture Wikipedia page. Should maybe work on your calligraphy a bit. I can't draw kanji well at all. Not at all. Subutaki. Okay. Okay. What an idiot. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good thing to do. Chairman Hibito. This is the kind of things he's doing now. Tell him not to be an idiot from now on. Yeah. I'm sure it's of equal importance. Okay. Oh! I was wondering how this would get him hurt. That is unfortunate. But at least it didn't fall off a roof. Yeah, you couldn't let that hit the ground. Yeah, I guess so. Hibito does not want to be here. It's not the kind of job he wants to do. But I guess this is technically safety related. Just, I don't know. Don't ask me questions like this. I just want to go back to the moon. Definitely takes a very experienced and knowledgeable person to do this job. Well, Hibito's current life is not as exciting as Muta's, it would seem. But he is at least still working on this. I'm glad to see we haven't abandoned this yet. Home videos. Supposed to have a girl with you when you make these, by the way. Level 8s. Yes, that's a good way to solve problems. Just take meds. Level 9. Man, we're getting close to double digits. That's pretty close to the real thing. If he can clear this, that says a lot about his progress. After that... Right. I guess that makes sense. That'd be the final one. I believe you can do it with the Hibito. If you can solve guitar strap problems, you can handle this. It's just such a stupid job that he was given. So pointless. Can you make me a kanji shirt? In a good way or a bad way? Phrasing. But yeah, I guess he was kind of involved in that, wasn't he? Supposed to keep that secret. That actually is very probable. In fact, he probably should do that if Hibito had time. Oh. Yes. She's interested as well. Yeah, she's a secretly an otaku. Just you didn't hear it from me though. She's not gonna appreciate this. Not at all. Gotta talk to her later. Because she's not gonna be happy. I guess we're already having the talk right now. Yeah, at least learn a few things, you know? We'll start by teaching you Nakadashi. We'll go from there. He just brings all of them. Yes. You'll feel cool, trust me. And by cool, I mean Suzushi, you know. So that's supposed to be the kanji for beauty. I guess it does kind of look like it, but it doesn't look good. Not at all. But I can barely tell it's what it's supposed to be. This is what I thought at first. But it does look weird. "42 minutes. They just flew on by. Congrats, Hibito. I do hope somebody goes up to her and strikes up a Japan-related conversation. I want to see that. Oppo, are you laying on my computer? Bad doggy. My laptop is not a bed. And that's half the reason why I don't have a laptop, because I know my cat would do that. I know he would. I mean, I've already had my cat walk on my keyboard occasionally. And that happens, exactly. And then he just looks at me like he did nothing wrong. That picture, yeah. You should probably talk to him. I'm sure you've missed him. Enter. If I was a higher budget YouTube channel, maybe I would actually buy a replica spacesuit to wear for these reactions. But I probably couldn't fit in my chair if I did that. It's a pretty minimalistic chair. He does seem to like these growth videos. Oh yeah, that's disc. I can't read Russian. Not a single word of it. Not a single word of it. We're popping it in. Which one are we watching? I assume we're watching one of the later ones. Yeah. And she definitely grows up. Don't fall. Oppo's watching too. She's a little bit shaky, but she's getting better. Oppo does seem to be enjoying it. Oh no, Olga, are you okay? Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Because I did look a bit concerning. I mean, it's in the past, so can't be that big of a deal, surely. Surely. But yeah, that episode was an episode. It was nice to shift a little bit focus back onto Hibito. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that Lori hasn't already pestered Hibito or Muta to teach him Japanese. That was just such a terribly written kanji for beauty. Just I could seriously barely tell that was what it was supposed to be. Yeah, looks like we're having a little bit of focus on Olga videos. So, that was the 86th episode of Space Brothers. You know, another good episode. Because, for one thing, we got to see what exactly his idea was. And that was to use the parts that were initially for the telescope idea for his own mirror-based light capturing. So it wasn't so much like capturing solar energy to power things like was my initial assumption, more as it was just lighting, you know? Because you're up there, the sun's around, you could use it for light, as opposed to just relying on electricity-based lighting. So that's a great idea, you know? And they were able to put together a prototype down there, because that's literally what their job is with this training, and to prove that it worked, so nobody could really argue against it. It was a great idea. Muta really embraced the spirit of this trial, and was able to show results. Like, and when you compare it to Nita was his name, right? When you compare it to his teams, like, it's not even a competition. Muta's was way better. Definitely impressed the higher ups. However, I don't think they mentioned at all who would. I don't think they brought up at all the topic of which one of them gets to be chosen. But because of how well Muta performed there, I would imagine if they had to choose one, it would be Muta, which is quite a bit different than what I thought before, because Kenji was just extremely competent generally, but Muta really shined here. So, yeah, I mean, if I was Kenji, I'd be worried. You know, we had that scene where the two of them were outside, kind of roughly looking at the moon together, like sort of together. They were in the same area, but they really did not acknowledge each other's existence at all, but were just kind of looking forward towards the moon. So I think there was a little bit of symbolism they were trying to go for with that scene, because they are both aiming at the moon, but they believe currently that they can't go together. So I don't know, that scene just felt like it had a bit of weight to it. No words really exchanged at all, so it definitely left an impression on me for sure. So that was mostly the stuff with Muta. But then we also had stuff with Hibito. You know, Lori, you know, he's being his usual weeb self. He's got all these kanji around his room. He's just drawing them, looking up Japan culture on Wikipedia or something. You know, it says Japan culture, their Japanese lessons, got kanji like about 12 minutes and 2 seconds in the video. It's got some kanji on here. It's got book, person, and then looks like it's got some hiragana with here. Iro, he, wa, do. I think there's a kanji for smelling, but anyway. The point is he was looking up a lot of them, I guess looking for cool ones to put on shirts. This was a funny line. Japanese is awesome, but I don't understand a single word of it. That's kind of contradictory. Like, you can't truly understand whether it's awesome or not if you don't know it, if you don't understand it. So you should probably learn some, at least some, you know. And then we saw Hibito in his meeting. Like, we've already talked about his job, his safety commander, whatever the job title was. It's basically just a title, like a pencil pusher position, something you just kind of give someone that a position that we don't need to have, that doesn't need to exist, but it exists anyway because basically just be given to someone. Like, it's terrible. Like, just watching this meeting was kind of painful. Like, it was kind of funny, you know, it had a bit of a comedic element to it, but mostly it was just kind of depressing because you could just feel how pointless this whole job is. So one of our astronauts was on the roof and he fell off and hurt himself. What do we do, Hibito? What was the answer he gave there? I actually kind of forgot. But yeah, he says, how can we handle the situation, Chairman Hibito? And then Hibito clearly looks like he doesn't want to be there. Yeah, he said to tell him from now on, basically, don't go on the roof. Have somebody else do it for you. So really, not exactly a hard job to do. It's just got to feel like a waste of your talents to just be put here. And then the second one was like, hey, another one was playing the guitar, and then he dropped it on his foot. He's going to be out of commission for a while. What do we do, Hibito? I buy him a new strap? I don't know. It was such a horrible thing that he's being forced to do this job. I could hardly watch it. Hibito could not look any more visibly bothered by being there if he tried. Like, I think the only way he could have possibly looked more like he didn't want to be there is if he just kept repeatedly hitting his head against the desk like this. You know, which I would have done if I had the job. But luckily, my job is what I do right now, so a little bit more fun, to say the least. But more importantly, Hibito is clearly still working on his mission. He's gotten up to level 8 or 9, I think he said, the replica costume, so good progress is being made. And, yeah, this scene where he meets up with Lori, and this was bad because people are starting to be kind of suspicious of what's going on here, because the whole Hibito training thing is supposed to be a secret. Only Lori and the doctor girl know about it, so Lori kind of had to think of a lie. It's like, yes, Hibito, he's teaching me the glorious Nihongo language, so I could become Jozu at it and be just Sugoi in general. You know, it would have been funnier if he talked like that. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of his excuse. However, that didn't explain why the doctor girl was there. But then he basically just said, oh, well, she's into this Japanese stuff as well, so he's teaching her too. We're all one big happy otaku, Japan-loving family. It's great. So, you know, that was great, having to give her a shirt and stuff. That was really funny. I really enjoyed that entire little sub conflict there. Was trying to keep the secret. She was less mad about it than I thought she'd be. But, you know, I guess not that big of a deal. He brought multiple shirts for her to try. So what do the other shirts say? I can't really tell what the one is. It says something Quody. But, yeah, just that... just... A kanji for beauty just looks so weird. I don't know how you can make the kanji for beauty look ugly. There's some irony with that. What is this, a fishbone? It kind of looks like it. Or a centipede, I think is what Mibito said. Just because I'm looking at zooming in it right now, it just looks so horrible. You know, Hibito, the actual Japanese person here, does not improve at all. Does not approve at all. Doesn't like it. It's horrifying. But hilarious. But anyway, progress is being made, which is great. Oppo just laying on the laptop, which is horrible. But it's what animals do. And Olga, we ended off on watching some Olga tapes where something seemed to have went wrong there. It's quite possible that she had a serious injury there, that's what happened. Because I don't know, the way the atmosphere behind the scene, it made it seem like it was a big deal, whatever happened there. But it was also vague about it, so... All I can think of is that she had some kind of serious twisted ankle or something that she has to recover from, which I guess could add an extra element of Hibito relatableness to her conflict. I guess that's what it could be. Again, I'm sure we'll get into more details on that next time. But... yeah, it was just a little bit ominous. So, yeah, good episode though. Definitely one of the better episodes we've seen in a while. It just feels good to really be out of the water, back to the fresh air, get to touch up on some of these other conflicts that have been on the back burner for a little bit. It was good. It was good. I do quite enjoy this show. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.